Gopala Astrology channel, where the science meets astrology for common man's understanding. Subscribe and stay tuned to this channel for continued astrological updates. Hello, welcome to Gopala Astrology channel, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, today we are going to talk about Saturn's direct motion in Capricorn zodiac sign. So on the 18th of October, the Saturn is going to become stationary. It was retrograding all the way, and it's going to stop at one point, that is on the 18th of October, and it starts getting back into the direct motion on the 23rd of October. All right, so it's going to bring a lot of good news for certain Rashis, and it's going to be some problems for certain other Rashis. So we're going to discuss in this video how is this effect going to be for all the 12 zodiac signs, and some of the remedies will also be given. All right, so if you are first time coming to this channel, please hit on the subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you get the notification all the time whenever I load a new knowledgeable video to you guys. All right, so let's go to the actual video. As I clearly mentioned that this transit is going to be for about 3 months, from 23rd October to 17th of January 2023. So how is it going to be for the 12 zodiac signs? We'll take a look, and also we'll try to understand what did Saturn do during his retrograde moment and things like that. So Saturn actually is going to become stationary on the 18th of October. And he's going to really start getting into the direct motion on the 23rd of October 2022. So please understand that this is going to be a very, very short period of time, and then we will see that Saturn getting into the Aquarius, and he's going to stay there for about 2.5 years. All right. So this is a very, very short period of time. Now, as I mentioned previously, many of you guys are still asking me what is this retrograde moment, how is the result of the planets because of retrograde moment and all that. So I just thought of just putting this slide again, and I want to just you guys to understand that planets do not really retrograde in reality. It's only an apparent moment because we Indians are following the sidereal system of astrology, and whenever we do that, we always observe everything from planet Earth. Okay, we put Earth as stationary in the center. From here, we are going to observe everything outside, and then in the background of stars, the planets are observed. So, for example, let us take this planet Earth as blue ball here, and I have taken the immediate neighbor Mars. So when these two planets are moving around like this, at one point of time, the Earth is going to go faster when they are in the near vicinity. That can be explained little further in this particular slide. Okay, so what is happening here? The Earth and the Mars are going together. At some point, it will become stationary. Then again, you feel that Earth is going faster, right? So the Mars is going behind, and then again back. So it's like a loop type of formation. And if you are talking about Mars, which is a nearer neighbor, this loop will form very fast, and it may be less than 15 days. Whereas when you take a planet like Saturn or Jupiter, Saturn takes 2.5 years to complete in one zodiac sign. In that, the retrograde moment can happen up to 3 months, 4 months, and things like that. So that is what is the significant moment that can be seen as a retrograde. Okay, so whenever the planet goes retrograde, I have made several videos. It's going to give you result a little later in life. Okay, so that's the point here. And now we are talking about Saturn's retrograde. What did it do from July till October? Okay, during the retrograde moment of Saturn, it had forgotten certain unfinished tasks, so it went back and then did a lot of things like this. And eminent personalities like a Muruga Shri from a Mutt, right? He's a Swamiji. He was doing a lot of illegal things, and nobody knew about it. And Saturn brought this type of Swamiji to the limelight, and he is now arrested by the police. Right? In the same way, even big leaders like Rahul Gandhi, they had to go to enforcement directorate, and there was a threat that he is going to be jailed and all that. So this type of things can happen. Even eminent personalities like Sanjay Rawat, And if you are following the Maharashtra politics, we knew a lot of things happening with these three gentlemen. And now all these three people are behind bars, right? So such type of justice Saturn has given when he was in the retrograde moment. Now, even the Russian-Ukraine war, it is turning the table. It is swinging the other way. Even the Ukrainians have been supplied with weapons from the NATO partners, and they have been equally fighting back. It was not at one point of time when Putin thought, let's go and invade Russia. I mean, let's go and invade Ukraine, and it's going to be an easy battle. But actually, it's not so. Now there is an equal and opposite forces that is coming and attacking back him, and the war is really getting into the worst phase, and it is too long already, right? So those negotiations can happen after the Saturn has come to direct motion. Okay, that is very much possible, and then such instances are going to reduce, and we will have more law and order in situation. All right, so I had just put some pictures about retrograde movement pattern Saturn that gave these people real trouble, and the justice was served. Okay, this type of justice was never served before, and the long-awaiting cases will be solved during the retrograde moment of Saturn, because Saturn becomes very powerful. But now Saturn is going to go back to his normal routine activities. All right, so let's understand that, and the Saturn always gives best results from the native's lagna or the ascendant when it is in the third house, sixth house, or 11th house. Any of these three houses, either from moon sign or from the lagna, Saturn gives good results. But in the rest of the houses, definitely it is going to test us in one way or the other. Okay, so this particular moment of Saturn getting into direct motion in the zodiac sign of Capricorn is going to behave how? Let us start with Aries. Okay, so Saturn is the lord of 10th and 11th house according to classical astrology for Aries ascendant people. So definitely, Saturn stopping the retrograde moment is going to give a very good image, a public image for Aries ascendant people. And as the 10th house is all about the image in the public domain, right? So they are going to have a growth in the career. Definitely 10th lord in the 10th house becoming direct and more powerful gives much better career goals and achievements. Okay, so this is definitely, and then you will also be benefited from foreign lands. So why? Because Saturn aspects its third aspect on the 12th house. It aspects, yes, and then it also aspects the fourth house of home country. So that means people who are planning to migrate out, the Aries ascendant or Aries moon sign people, there is a good news coming to your way, as Saturn is going to be having direct drishti on your homeland and an influence on the foreign land, right? So 4th and 12th houses are being seen, and so there will be some journeys that Aries ascendant people are going to make, and that is going to be even for some people permanent settlement in foreign lands. So your visas or your green cards will be approved, and that's a good thing for this particular thing. And then you have to be a bit cautious. See, it is also aspecting your 7th house of Libra, right? This is the partnership, and there will be some kind of friction in understanding your spouse's needs and things like that, and so you have to be very cautious there, and there will be some negligence of health, so you have to watch out for that as well. Okay, so overall I can see more green than yellow. Yellow is my style of presentation is this. I will put some yellow highlight for points to watch out, and green for good news. All right, so we can see it's a Mishra Palam. It's a mixed results for Aries, and I think more of green than the yellow. All right, so let's go to the next Rashi, that is Taurus or Vrishabha Lagnam. So for the people of Taurus, this is happening in their Bhagyasthanam. It is happening in the ninth house. Definitely ninth lord getting strengthened. Your luck is going to improve. The Taurus natives are going to enjoy luck. You are going to achieve support. You are going to get support from your bosses and gurus, because the ninth house represents father and gurus, and even your big bosses in the company, right? So if you are trying to change a workplace, yes, this is the right time to do so. The reason is because your Saturn sitting in the ninth house is aspecting your 11th house of incoming gains. He's going to give more gains, and he's aspecting the house of courage, third house, and short journeys. So you are very likely to become more courageous, to take a step ahead, and you want to get a next higher position, and you may even look for different jobs. And then sixth house, it is aspecting, and it is going to reduce your loans, which is very good. So that's what Saturn is going to do, and it's a big thumbs up for ninth house lord in the ninth house for Taurus. Okay, so let's go to the next one, Gemini. So for Gemini ascendant or Gemini moon sign people, this is happening in their eighth house. Saturn is the eighth lord in the eighth house getting direct position. Okay, so again, this is a part of Ashtama Shani. So you are in the last fag end, last 3 months of Ashtama Shani, back again, and after that, Saturn is going to relieve you from that. So you have to watch out for your health. Okay, there could be some sudden gains because it is going from retrograde back to the direct motion. So maybe at the death of someone, you may get an inheritance. For example, if your father is sick and he is on his deathbed, he may leave some inheritance for you and pass away. That can happen as a sudden gain. Inheritance, eighth house is all about death. There is a death that can happen in the family that can bring some income as a sudden gain of inherited property. That is possible. Okay, so as a watch out points, make sure you have to take care of your health and even your father's health. Okay, so it's very important. And then you must understand that the miscommunication is likely to happen because the eighth house lord is the eighth lord in the eighth house is aspecting your second house of communication and talking, speech, right? So you may sometimes talk out of anger and frustration, which may result in further miscommunication between you and your friends, your colleagues, anyone you're talking to. So you have to be very watchful about your health and then your speech. Otherwise you have to wait for January 2023, my friends. Okay, so the next zodiac sign is for Cancer. So Karkataka Rashi or the Cancer, this is a favorable sign for those who were waiting to get married for a long period of time. For Cancer ascendant people, the Saturn is the ruler of seventh house of marriage. Normally, this will delay. If Saturn is placed there, it will always try to delay the marriage. And now, from the retrograde moment, he's coming to the direct motion. So you will make decisions to get married. Okay, either a love marriage or an arranged marriage, but definitely you will make decisions now because Saturn, your seventh lord, has become direct. Okay, so if you are already married, there will be some ups and downs in relationships because it is a lot of switching over from the retrograde moment to the direct moment of the seventh lord. Okay, so that is the thing, and you have to take care of your health and fitness. Again, always you will have some laziness or mandham. See, Saturn is known as mandacharaha, the one who goes in a slow movement. So Saturn directly aspecting your ascendant will give you some laziness. So you need to keep yourself fit, move out, keep walking, keep moving. Otherwise, you will get into some kind of long-term illnesses. Okay, so as sitting in the seventh house, Saturn aspects your ninth. Father's health also can be affected. It is affecting your own health, lagna, and then fourth house of comforts. So all these three areas, he is being drishtied by Saturn. Okay, so you have to be watchful in all these three. So don't try to buy any properties because fourth house is property. So you may end up in buying a wrong one. So always watch out for it. Wait for the right time to happen. And again, you have to also watch my Guru Sanchara. So Guru is in the ninth house for you right now. After Jupiter stops retrograding, you will get much better benefits. So watch out for that video. And now for Saturn's movement into the 7th house direct motion is going to have some laziness coming to you, okay, because it is directly aspecting your ascendant. Let's go to Leo. Leo people are on full zoom there because sixth lord in the 6th house is getting into direct motion, so they are going to outbeat their competition. If you are a student with Leo ascendant or Leo moon sign and you are writing a competitive exam, you are surely going to get good results. All right, so there will be some good news coming into you because of Shatru Nasham and then gaining of positions. So if you are changing a job, definitely you will get good results. If you are starting a business, you will outshine your competition. Okay, so sitting in the 6th house, Saturn aspects the 8th house of losses and sudden things. So that is good. It's going to slow down the 8th house things. See, always a bad planet like Saturn I'm talking about the negative planet like Saturn should aspect the negative houses. So it is going to reduce the negative ill effects of that house as well. So he's aspecting, sitting in the 6th house, he's aspecting 12th house of losses. So he's going to reduce the losses as well. And then he's going to give you courage. Okay, the 3rd house is also Trigbhava, so he's aspecting 8, 12, and 3. All the bad houses are being aspected by Saturn, and that is what is going to make Leo ascendants to have a good time for next 3 months. Okay, so you can take some risks, you can change jobs if you want to, you will gain, if you are a businessman, you can invest some money and then you will see success. All right, so that is the point. And of course, you may have to face clashes or disputes with your partner. As the time goes into the January, Saturn enters your 7th house of marriage and spouse. Okay, so you will have some clashes. Your partner may have different ideas, but now, as of now, you are more powerful. You are going to outshine everybody. Okay, so next 3 months is a thumbs up period for Simha Lagnam or Leo ascendant. Okay, so let's go to the next zodiac sign, Virgo or Kanya Rashi or Kanya Lagnam. So the people born with Kanya Lagnam, you can see that the 5th lord is going direct in the 5th house. So this is going to make you work very hard, and the relationship with the children is going to have some swinging effects. So it was right now in the retrograde motion, the children were not very happy with you guys, and your children were also a rebellious kind of people in this particular period from July to October. But now they start listening to you, of course, and you are advised, of course, to hold on any job changes you want to make or any things like that until January, because Saturn is directly coming to your 6th house, and that 2.5 years is going to be a big thumbs up period for Kanya Rashi or Kanya Lagna people. Okay, so till then, wait for your turn. You have to work hard, and relationship with the spouse can turn into some kind of problems. He or she, your spouse, is going to raise a lot of questions to you because Saturn is aspecting 7th house. Okay, and Saturn aspects your incoming gains, so there will be some kind of reduction in the incoming gains because of this direct aspect, and then it also affects your domestic savings. So you are going to spend money and then you are going to save less as well. Okay, so that is the point here. So as I always mention, the negative planet like Saturn should aspect the negative house and not the positive house. 7th house is a positive house, 11th house is a very positive house, and 2nd house is, of course, all your lifetime savings. So when this negative planet aspects these 3 houses, definitely your savings is going to reduce. So you are going to spend more money. Next, Libra, the zodiac sign of Thula Rashi or Thula Lagnam. So these people are having, see, please understand, Saturn becomes the Yoga Karaka for Thula Rashi. So it is the 4th lord in the 4th house turning direct. So a lot of things you are going through chaotic times, and I had even made a video on solar eclipse. Of course, if you are a Swati Nakshatra person, the eclipse is happening very shortly on the 25th of October. okay, next week. And in middle of all these things, the good news is coming through Saturn for Thula Rashi, because fourth lord in the fourth house is getting direct. Okay, it is going to aspect your sixth house of loans and debts. It is going to boost your career, 10th house, and then it may cause some kind of health problems for you, but still it is your fourth lord, right? So there will be some conflict between you and your mother that can be resolved now. So all the while your mother was opposing your ideas and things like that, but all of a sudden your mother can help you to make good decisions, and those long awaited decisions will be taken now, and that will help. And you can even buy a property or a vehicle, because fourth lord in the fourth house is getting into direct motion, and this is a slow moving planet, so it is definitely going to give you some materialistic gains. And I think I have put only more of greens for Thula Rashi. So the next 3 months you will get a lot of relief from Saturn, and of course Jupiter is still giving you some problems. And when Jupiter happens to get into Aries in April 2023, then all your troubles will be over. All right, so let's move on to Scorpio. So Scorpio or Vrishchika Lagnam. So what is happening to them? So the third lord in the third house, which was retrograde, is getting into direct motion. Third house is what? It's all about your courage and hard work. So you have to work hard now, and you will see results definitely, because you are out of your Shani, or the 7.5 years period of Saturn, and there was some movement of Saturn in the reverse direction and all that, but now it is all gone. It gives you courage. You will be able to work hard. You will put all your energy, and you will have some short trips, short travels, and working hard is going to be your nature now. You will get a lot of interest to do that. And sitting in the third house, Saturn aspects your fifth house of children, creativity, okay, and in the ninth house, sitting in the third house, aspecting the ninth house. So to increase your luck and bhagyam and good things, positive things in life, you are going to thrive very hard now. Okay, and it also aspects on 12th house. It may even give you openings in the foreign lands. So if you are trying for a foreign visa, it is very likely that your third lord Saturn is going to throw aspect on Libra and get you very good placement in foreign countries. Of course, yeah, it's a mixed type of results, because there will be some frictions with sibling. Third house represents siblings, and there will be some kind of arguments that can happen, because Saturn is a negative planet, as I told you, and eventually that hot discussions or arguments will come to an end, because Saturn still protects the house of Capricorn. All right, so that's it. You have a mixed results for next 3 months. You go ahead and work hard, and the results will definitely come to you. The next one is Sagittarius. This sign of Dhanus Rashi or Dhanus Lagnam is going to be fully benefited. Definitely, I see that you will be able to save the money. The next 3 months, you will save the money, because your second lord in the second house is changing from the retrograde moment to the direct moment. So that's the point. And you may even face some health issues. The reason is because it is aspecting the 8th house of your health and longevity, and also it is affecting your 11th house of incoming gains. Anyway, so it aspects your 4th house. Please do not think of buying any properties right now. You may have some savings, that is good, but as Saturn moves to the third house and leaves your Shani effects, that means 7.5 years is going to get finished for Dhanus Rashi, then you can think of buying properties and investments and things like that. But right now, stay put, save your money, keep it all, wait for it, and you will definitely earn more money as the time progresses, and your Saturn's luck will come in the third house. Okay, so next the best remedies are all given here. The next 90 days, please keep lighting the gingerly oil lamp in Saturn temple. It is still the last phase of your Shani. Complete those duties to him, and then get the full blessings when Saturn goes to the third house. All right. So the next zodiac sign is Capricorn. All this drama is happening right there in Capricorn. So you guys really, really need to take care of your health because it is happening right there in your ascendant. That means Saturn was in retrograde and it went on to, it's going to go into direct motion and it is passing through right your ascendant sign or moon sign. So you will be really worried and do not take much steps right now because you will be a little bit lazy and lethargic. Saturn is a slow moving planet. So try to get into more of yoga and meditation and discipline yourself and no investments, no marriage right now. Try to, if at all you are planning to get married, just wait for right time to come when Jupiter is in your favor. Right. So right now you are really in the middle of 7.5 years period of Saturn. You'll for some of the natives, if the dashas and antardashas are not good, you may feel that you are in the middle of the forest and you don't know what to do, and you find yourself directionless. Okay, so but watch out on your lifestyles. You will have a major transition that is going to happen even in your work profile. Okay, because Saturn aspects your 10th house of work, it aspects your 7th house of marriage and partnership, it aspects your courage. So courage, of course, you will slowly develop, but health wise you may have some sickness. You may, if at all you are in after your late 50s, or if you are into your early 60s, you may get into some kind of hospitalization as well. So it's a big watch out note for people who are born in Capricorn. So next 90 days you need to be very, very careful. Please go to the Saturn temple every Saturday and light up the gingerly oil lamp there. All right. The next one is Kumbha Rashi, or the Aquarius zodiac sign. So what is happening in Kumbha Rashi? So this drama is all going on in your 12th house. So 12th house is the house of losses and foreign lands, right? So those people who are in the foreign lands, they may have some kind of frictions and troubles, and they had to go through certain ups and downs in the foreign land. Okay, and later, because of Saturn's movement changing to direct motion, there will be some kind of relief for you in the foreign land, but definitely the house of losses, it is sitting 12th lord in the 12th house. It's going to bring some kind of drainage of savings that you may have, because Saturn sitting in this house looking into your savings house. Okay, he will drain out your money, and of course long-term settlement, as I told you. Some of the people who are staying in a foreign land for too long period of time and expecting their green cards and things like that, you may get the approvals. That is possible. Okay, otherwise you will definitely have to be watchful about your health, and then there will be some relief on the loans and debts. Okay, you may perform a little bit better than your competitors, but still you are in the middle of Sadi Sati, and definitely you will have to be very watchful. Do not change the jobs right now. If at all you are planning to do that, stick on to your job. There will be some stagnancy. You feel very frustrated. I would really advise you to stay on to the same job, as you will have some medical expenses that you need to pay the bills. Either you yourself can be sick, or your family. More so, somebody from your family can get into sickness. You have to hospitalize them, and you have to get them the treatment. You have to pay the medical bills, right? So that is going to happen. The best remedy for you is, again, go back to Saturn, pray to Saturn, light up the lamp. I have made a separate video on El Rai Shani, or the Sade Sati, or the 7.5 years period of Saturn. Please watch that and follow those instructions. I'm very sure you will see the success later on. Okay, so the last zodiac sign is Pisces. So you have a little bit of good remedial thing from Saturn in the last phase of your 11th house Saturn. Okay, so I have shown everything as green here because your Saturn is 11th lord in the 11th house. So if at all you are a businessman, you are going to gain benefits in the business. If you are planning to invest something on the real estate, or I'm sorry, on the Stock market, yes, it is aspecting your 11th lord, aspecting your 5th house will give you a lot of benefits. Okay, so students who are pursuing exams and things like that, they will get results, they will get good results, but just watch out. After these 3 months is going to be the beginning phase of your Sade Sati. All right, so there will be a first 2.5 years phase of that 7.5 years is going to start from 17th of January 2023. But otherwise, from these 3 months, you are going to enjoy a good time from Saturn. He's going to give you maximum results, and then he will start testing you. Okay, so just get ready for it. I still recommend you to start praying to Saturn now itself, and then so that he will reduce the ill effects that he's going to throw you when he enters your 12th house. So prayers are always better. Don't think that these 3 months everything is happening from your own merit. No, it is not so. Saturn is giving you the good results of your past life in these 90 days. All right, so sitting in this 11th house, he will give you some comforts to the first house, because he is the lord of 11th house, and he is also aspecting the 8th house of health. He is going to cause the ill health to go away. So that means he is going to provide better health. He is aspecting the 5th house of stock market or speculative business. He is going to give you gains. All right, so I think it's all thumbs up for next 90 days for Pisces zodiac sign. So with this, we have come to the end of this video. If you have any questions, please type it in the comment section. I would be very glad to answer you. Please also subscribe if you have not subscribed so far to this channel, and you will get all the notifications if you click the bell icon as well. Thank you very much.